I'm Greg Ball. I'm transplant to Oregon from Iowa. Came here about 4 years ago and previously worked as an attorney. Currently I do photography and also real estate. Well, I'm an immigrant myself and moved to the U.S. from India when I was 9 years old. And a lot of what I think the immigrant population in this country is going through, regardless of where they're from, are the same things that I experienced, discrimination. I didn't know any English when I came here, so being in kind of a fog until I learned English. That's slowly starting to lift. I think because of that experience, I do relate more to what the immigrant population is currently going through, particularly under this administration. I also respond to a lot of the negative things being said about all immigrants by this administration, and I think that's why a lot of the more recent work has involved immigration rights issues. About 9 years ago, I started learning how camera works using YouTube and also Photoshop. And just started taking shots of my own, and about a year and a half ago I decided maybe I should take a class as well, learn a little bit more about the history of photography, where it's at right now, where it's going. So I took some classes at Oregon State University in photography as well. So when I started off, I took a lot of photos of landscapes, architecture, photos that looked very pretty, and I had fairly good deal of success with those as far as awards, that type of thing. But my background, I was a criminal defense attorney, and I was been interested in criminal justice and social justice issues. A lot of my recent work has involved immigration reform, attacks against higher education, and LGBTQ issues, those types of things. So things that I work on come from my response. A lot of it's emotional to what's going on, and in a way it's an outlet, but also hopefully addresses some of those issues. Recently I have been doing more composites, primarily because I've been addressing social justice issues, and by doing composites I can bring in different types of photographs and merge them, because I don't think the issues are unidimensional, they're multidimensional. And I think by doing composites, photos that I have taken myself, gives a truer representation of the issues and what I want to say. And some of the recent work involving immigration reform came out of a project involving Woodburn, Oregon, which is the largest Latino community in the state. And I went to Woodburn and worked with and observed the farm workers union there called PCUN, P-C-U-N. And while they were involved in, turned out successfully electing the first Latina to the state legislature. And some of those photos I took of the people there ended up being incorporated into my work. And one of the photos was in an exhibit here at the Corvallis Art Center just a few months ago, and got the People's Choice Award. People selected that as their favorite, so that was quite, that was quite a surprise, actually.